Okay, sorry about that. My phone kind of froze there for a moment. So we're going to be going over a few masail here, inshallah ta'ala. We will continue al-asah al-mansus as well as we've been going, but we're going to add on a couple few things here and there. And the first one we're going to be speaking about is we're going to be speaking about some of the shurut of wudu, but in a different way. So the first one, for example, we have is water. Now, water has its own discussions and arguments and debates, but it is from one of the first shurut of wudu. Some scholars argued that, when I say some scholars, I'm only speaking about our school. Some argued that it should be a pillar, a rukn, or in other words, we can call this external and internal condition. It's agreed upon that, or the majority have said that it is an external condition. Others have argued that it should be an internal one. Why? They said, like you have all have said about dirt in tayammum, you made it an internal condition, a pillar, a rukn. But over here, water, you're taking it out of the equation. Why? Why are you making it an external condition or requirement or prerequisite, however you want to call it? And to answer this is that tayammum collectively is an act that is unique within itself. You only do it for a certain reason, and that's it. Whereas wudu has so many reasons why you might do it. You might just do it to cool down. That's one response. Another response that they use is that they said water is not limited to wudu. It's greater than just simply wudu, as opposed to the dirt of tayammum is really limited to tayammum. Some scholars said, no, it's not. What do you do when a dog drinks out of a utensil? You wash it 7 times, right? And then in one of those times, you're going to add in dirt. All right, perfect. So it is used. They said that they responded and said, no, hold on. That is a very limited usage. Okay, it is not a general usage as opposed to water. It's still very limited. Not only that, there's discussions over there that say, can soap substitute the dirt there? As opposed to tayammum, that's it. It's either wudu or tayammum. That's it. And tayammum can only happen with dirt. They responded and they said, well, wudu can only be made with water. They said, yes, but there's debates there. So, and then there's ghusl, and then there's removal of filth. These usages of water, they are greater than just wudu. That's one. Two, wudu within itself is an independent act. Tayammum is not so independent. How is this? Because you need to make tayammum for every fard that you pray. Wudu, that's not the case. You'd have to break your wudu, right? So all these different types of responses to the arguments of making water in the conditions are, make it an internal condition to wudu rather than an external one. But the mu'tamad, and this is what Imam al-Nawawi did tasheeh of, is that it is a rukn. So your first external condition, your first condition, your first prerequisite for wudu is using ma mutlaq, a liquid that when you look at it, when you point at it, when you see it, you say water. Nothing else. Now, as I mentioned, there's more discussions and details in water, but we're only focusing in a few recordings, inshallah, on the shurut of wudu, and we're presenting it how the earlier Shafi'iyya have discussed it, sometimes mentioning some what the mutaakhirin said. And the reason why I'm doing this is it's really a little bit into response to the claim that the Shafi'iyya do not focus on what the mutaqaddimin have said. They don't study it, they don't read it, they've let go of it. So from my notes, from classes with my teachers, from my notes from classes that I teach, from a little booklet that I'm trying to put together, sharing a segment of it, and that's the segment of Shurut al-Wudu. The next recording, we're going to be covering the fact that the person needs to be Muslim and what arguments branched off from there.